Hi, today we will discuss about transfer of heat. Heat is always transferred from the hot object to the cold object up to the equilibrium it attains, means the whole object is becoming the same equal amount of the hotness. There are the three ways the heat is transferred from hot object to cold object. They are conduction, convection and radiation. You might have seen uh, a very means when we are cooking the food and the spoon is a big spoon is the partially dip into the cooking food, the food in which is getting cooked. You observe that slowly the spoon becomes so hot, and if you touch it, it is so hot, and you will just drop it. Or you can do the one small experiment also, take the candle, burning candle, and take one long needle, and the tip of the needle you hold it on the fire, and the other tip you have to hold in your hand. Within few seconds you feel that needle becomes so hot that you can't no more hold it. This all happening because of the conduction of the heat. What is the conduction of heat? The process of transmission of heat energy from one particle of the medium to another without the actual movement of the molecules from their mean position in solid. When we talk about the conduction here, as I told you in the vessel, when you are cooking the food and the long spoon is partially dipped into the cooking food, uh, as the food is getting heated by the burning fuel, that heat energy, part of the heat energy absorbed by the spoon which is dipped in the food. And here this the kinetic energy of the spoon, that part of the spoon will increases and the molecules start vibrating. As the molecules start vibrating here, it will collide with the neighboring molecules and transfer the heat. And these neighboring molecules also start vibrating. And that is how the heat is transferred from one end of the solid to the another end. To observe the conduction of the heat, you can do a very small experiment. You can take the one uh, metal scale or ruler, a long metal scale or the ruler, and you have to keep it with the help of the wooden pieces. You just support, you can keep it on the one horizontally, and then take the three or four small nails, or you can also take the pins, thumb nails, and fix it to the that ruler by using the wax, molten wax. Then at the one end of the ruler you start heating by using the candle. Once you start heating this one end of the ruler, you observe that this thumbnail or the pin which is attached, which is closer to the fire, first it will fall down. Like here you can see the C1, it is falling. Then after few seconds you will see B will fall, drop, and then A will drop. How it is possible? Why this happen in the order? Because the end of the roller, which is near the candle, burning candle, start heated, and the heat will get transferred to the gradually from that hot region to the colder region, and as the heat is getting transferred from hot to colder region, in the same order you will see that thumbnails or the pins are dropping. This is very nice experiment. You can do it and you will enjoy this one. Next method of heat transfer is convection. It is the transfer of heat from one place to another due to the actual movement of the hot molecules from hotter region to the colder region in the fluids. Fluids means both in the liquid as well as the gases. We observe the convection. So as we are seeing here in the picture, the vessel in which the water is boiled, the lower end of the vessel where the heat is received, the water get heated, and hot water uh, rises up. When the hot water rises up here, they are actually at the lower end. There will be the pressure, the fluid pressure will reduce, and the upper cooler water molecule sinks. And this process will be going on, the hot water rising and the cool water sinking, and then cool water as it sinks, it receives the heat from the burning fuel, again it becomes the hot and again it rises up. So there is the current of the water or the fluid will be created where the hot molecules are rising and the cooler molecules will sink to take place of the low pressure. And this continuous current of the called the convection current. And this convection current is the one which is in the nature, it is very important to create some of the natural events like the rainfall, where the clouds are carried from the sea or ocean to the land and the rain is falling, as well as the sea breeze and the land breeze is occurring because of the convection current. Yeah, you can see here the upper one is the sea breeze and the lower is the land breeze here. During the daytime, due to the sun's heat, uh, land is getting heated more faster than the water. Now here the reason behind the water getting heated slower and the land get heated more faster. So air above the land becomes warmer, more warmer than the air above the water bodies like sea and ocean. So as the warm air on the land rises up, the cool air from the ocean or the sea start flowing towards the land to take the place of the low air pressure region. And that is how this cool air from the sea and ocean start blowing during the daytime towards the land. We call it as a sea breeze. During the night time, land get cooled more faster as compared to the water, and that's the reason here the air above the water is warmer than the air above the land. As the warm air rises up, there again the low air pressure will be there, and the cool air from the land start blowing towards the ocean to take the place there to create the equilibrium. Next, when we're talking about the radiation, radiation is the kind of the heat transfer by which the energy, that is the heat energy, in the form of electromagnetic radiation is emitted by a hot surface or heated surface in all directions and travels directly to its point of absorption at the speed of light. This thermal radiation, when we talk, it does not require any medium to carry it. Yeah, some of the example of the radiations, a thermal radiation we can see here. The heat energy which we receive from the sun, the earth earth is receiving the heat energy constantly from the sun, and that is occur because of the radiation of the heat, because there is no material medium between the sun and the earth. There is a vacuum in the space, a very huge vacuum, but still the heat energy is received. This is because of the radiation. Again, you might be had observed near the bonfire and all that. Yes, even though we are not in direct contact of the heat, but we receive that heat because because of the thermal radiation of the heat. Yeah, we can see the comparison here in the picture. The first one is a conduction. You might be had seen the vessel in which we are cooking the food, and suppose the handle is also the metal one, and when you are cooking the food and you touch that handle, you feel that heat, and that is because of the conduction of the heat. And then second pic, you are seeing the convection. Here when the liquid is getting heated during the cooking, you observe that the hot molecules are rising up and the colder molecules are going down, and this is because of the convection. Again, the cloud formation, when the water gets evaporated in the nature, that hot air rises up, which containing that water vapors, and that is because of again the convection. Then the third pic, you are seeing about the radiation, where the energy is transferred by electromagnetic radiation directly from the hot object to the colder object. Yes, you can see here again the same diagram. When we are cooking here, cooking the food, you can see how all the three phenomena, conduction, convection and radiation, happen. Yes, the handle getting heated because of the conduction. A water molecule, hot water rises, cold water going down because of the convection. And from the hot plate, the heat is transferred to the all direction, that is because of the radiation. Yeah, this is the in the room. You can see the house of the room, how this all the three ways of the heat transfer you can observe here. The one corner of the room you are seeing, there is a fireplace is there, where the wood is fire burning, and if suppose person is sitting, or the heat is transferred in the room because of the radiation, the floor getting heated because of the conduction, and the hot air through the chimney, it is expelled out because of the convection, because hot air rises up. At the same time, the cold air from the windows and the door enter the room. That is again because of the convection only, the cool air taking place of the hotter air. Thank you. Hope so you like this video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel.